All right, man, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Listen, man. This, cause I've been going on this road a little bit, just about our people, our culture, the dehumanization of the men is what we were talking about yesterday. But more importantly, like how we conduct ourselves in the earth. The one thing that I saw last week is things have to be slightly degenerate for us to like buy into it. And what I mean by that is the girl had to get up there, cook and twerk for people to pay attention. Men said that was necessary, but the message actually was dress scantily clad for your man in private and cook for him and watch the results. But we need everything to be cloaked in something that would be slightly unbecoming to get us to pay attention to it. For example, they had the cure for cancer, but no niggas paid attention to it until they said free food. And like it take us so much. Oh, we love Obama. Why? Because he gave us cell phones. Oh, let's parade Megan Thee Stallion in front of these niggas so to get them to vote. And we voted at an 80% click. Right? So that's the premise that we kind of been walking down since last week. But the black tax is something that we all are seemingly subjected to. And does that keep us where we are? There's a sentiment that white people disconnect themselves from the lower half, right? From the lower rung of their people. So like they don't embrace the hillbillies and the people living in the trailer parks. But everything that is seemingly degenerate for us, not only do we embrace it, we put it at the top of the culture. Being a gangster, being a drug dealer, being violent. All of our heroes are from the streets. Is that a byproduct of the system? Or is that something we just embrace? The reason why I'm trying to ask that question is because when you look at our different rappers, do you notice the names that they adopt? Sheik Luch. Luch is an Italian name. Yo Gotti, an Italian name. Benny the Butcher. Griselda was a Cuban drug dealer, right? So even outside of our culture, we make them people our heroes. Capone, right? Dillinger, etc., etc. So you see what I'm looking at? Huh? It's your broadcast.
Yeah, we don't be knowing if you pausing or you asking a question though.
So, I'm trying to say, is there a question next, or do you
want me to start talking shit again?
You ever stop?
I ain't gonna stop regardless of what we want.
I get what you're saying. I just think that there is a complicated embracing of those things due to their contribution to the community, right? So we can talk about drug dealers and how they sold drugs, but then whether it was convenient or not, they would still in some way, shape, or form build into the community where they're giving away food and they're creating. We talk about different groups that do that. I disagree with white people that white people separate themselves from the lower class. I disagree with that because we can see that they'll use them. There's a difference between detaching yourself. You don't detach yourself too much when you need them. They do that. When they need them, they know where to go to find them. And what always happens is they'll end up supporting each other.
Are they the heroes?
For some, they do believe that.
Come on.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, I
Are they
believe.
the heroes?
I believe for them they are. They
The
believe that
bottom of the barrel for white people are the heroes.
not the heroes, but they definitely have a play in making sure that the elite of those groups get where they need to go.
Let me add on. Let me
Yeah,
add
I
on to that.
understand people
Okay.
being pawns, right, and being useful, as being relegated to what they are, right? Like they get them to vote for them, things of that
Yes,
nature, but their utility.
yes, we know that, but they don't believe that. They really do believe that they saved Donald Trump to get this to get this presidency. They believe that they saved us. They have that thought process now.
No, I
In a way,
understand. It's
I kind of
pseudo
see
though.
what you're saying.
Go ahead, break it down. I don't see it.
Because to be honest, it's really like the white savages that really make them great, right? Even within like the mob culture or in Mexico with the cartel, their organized gangs and stuff like that, all of that is kind of like, yeah, it's kind of what makes them who they are. Even the generals and all the people that they put on the dollar bills, them niggas is ruthless. They're not upstanding citizens.
So I want to add real quick to the perspective of Black folks celebrating the gangsters and whatnot. I think it's from a place of seeking power, because the gangsters and the drug dealers, because they have money and they are seen as powerful, and from people that innately want power and to be powerful and be control. You see someone that is exerting or presents as powerful, presents as successful. Um, Never mind or notwithstanding how they got to be successful, whatever your term of successful is, being successful is and powerful, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that I'm powerful and successful and no one's going to tell me what to do, and I have freedom to say and do whatever I want. So I think that's the fascination that we have here with, the drug dealer, because Gotti, for one of them, right? He was a powerful man. He commanded, people worked for him. He commanded the room. He would snap his finger and things got done, right? He had women, he had cars, he had houses. People fell at his feet, and that's powerful and successful. And I think that's why they're idolized in our community, because vestiges of slavery not being controlled and being seen again, this image of ourselves, being shown this image of ourselves as being powerless, and being oppressed. You see the other people that aren't and they're in control. I want that. I want to be in control. I want to be in power. And it's just, we never flipped it on its head.
Yeah.
So we keep that going.
That's the basic premise, right? Things have to be cloaked in a level of degeneracy for us to buy into it. So we don't care how they got there as long as they got there.
External validation.
Right.
We have a problem with,
but
we
it's
have a
more it's more of the same though. It's more of the same, right? The things that we put on high, should they be praised?
Absolutely not. For the majority of people, of our people, it shouldn't be praised. I don't know, I didn't see obviously the video talking about, but just listen to what you talk about, how the woman had to twerk to cook her food and she was praised. Is that what you were talking about? That's nuts. Getting up there and acting a fool.
Why?
On why what?
Why is it nuts?
That you feel you have to twerk in public to get adoration and external validation from men. Because if you're really doing that for your man, again, I didn't see the video. If you're doing that for your man, do that for your man in private. Why would you have to get on YouTube, put a ring camera in front of you and a camera and show the world that you twerking and cooking? If you doing that for
She
your
don't
man.
have a man.
Oh, she didn't have a man.
She's teaching other women to do it for their men. That's what the men came up with anyway.
Oh, that was their narrative that they.
That's their narrative. Really, she's just a girl that want attention and money and clout. So she doing what little girls do to get attention, money, and clout. And she cooked at the same time.
She's getting what she wanted, the validation from men, like you said, Shrew, like that part right there. So she's getting exactly what she wanted.
You got validation from women too.
I thought the men.
She did.
I thought the men
Yeah,
were.
yeah. Women was hating.
Women were hating. You said.
I think that the sentiment is that women were hating. Is that the wrong sentiment, Sherelle? You know about it as well.
No, yeah,
Is that
there
the
was
general
like
sentiment?
the women was kind of calling it out because the men were taking so much favor to her, but they was kind of like, y'all always calling us hoes, but all of a sudden she doing hoe shit, and because she cooking, all of a sudden she's not a hoe when she doing the same type of stuff as us. So of course the men is like, oh, y'all hating. So all the back and forth between this little girl is kind of blowing her up.
Yeah.
So I thought, wait, so are women against twerking?
I doubt it.
By and large?
Not at all. Even white girls twerk.
Yeah, everybody
Look bad.
Globe is the globe.
That was the issue, right? Because men were saying what they were saying, right, Sherelle? And then women are like, oh, y'all just like it because she twerking and cooking. But y'all like twerking, cooking TBD. But y'all like twerking. So that's why it was so odd that women were so against her. But it's like twerking has been accepted wherever, on a table, whenever, on top of a slave trade post. Anyway,
It's the double standard, I think.
Is it like a video? Do she have like a podcast or something where she does this, or Instagram or whatever?
it's called Cooking with Kai.
Huh?
Yeah, she just started.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the double standard that women are more so against. So her twerking is praised by the men because she got a pot in her hand with some macaroni and cheese in it. That's why her twerking is commended and adored, as opposed to the negative connotation and the vitriol in your voice saying y'all twerking on slave posts and y'all twerking on tables, and the men are talking about women twerking and saying that's all y'all have to offer, and y'all hoes and y'all whores, nobody wants you, you're so depraved and this and that. But this woman is not depraved. She's to be admired. She's to be followed after. She got macaroni and cheese and some fried chicken in her hands at the same exact time. It's the double standard. So it's not necessarily we have a problem with twerking. It's like, don't sit there and say that she's to be followed and admired and held up to a higher standard because she got fried chicken. And because other women are twerking on tables, they're so depraved and so disgusting. Make your mind up. Are you talking here? If you are you frozen?
Okay.
Your Wi-Fi tripping. Mm-hmm.
He was frozen.
Am I back?
Yeah.
You back now? You back?
Am I back?
Yes.
Yeah. So so you saying men complain about women not having proper conduct and then love her twerking
because she got in her hands. Yes.
What I'm getting?
We're doing it. Weird. It's weird and hypocritical, isn't it? Is the hypocrisy not noticed by men in that?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
What's
if you're
crazy?
A man, no. I'm asking him. I'm asking, like, how come the men didn't see the hypocrisy and don't? That's the crazy.
So black men were admiring, accepting, and praising her for twerking because she was cooking and saying that this is what women should be doing, and they were okay with her doing that, but they weren't okay with it was a problem if
girl, look, the men who was accepting her was calling Kamala Harris hoes.
What?
The same men who drugged for Kamala was praising Cooking with Kaya.
Oh, really?
I saw it happen. You was here? Yeah. You saw it, right? You froze again?
Getting on me about, about not knowing.
Looks so much better now.
That she was going to twerk on Kamala's political stage.
You said,
with some the Vita mac and cheese. They loving it.
Right. And that's the hypocrisy of it. And that's what's not necessarily women who are hating on it. It's just that men are so double minded. And when they get called out, maybe you could articulate it better. Let's articulate it today. Men, we're calling you out because you can't call us women, black women, whores and hoes and depraved and have no decorum and modicum about ourselves because we're twerking at brunch, but you admire another woman with food and pots and pans, and she's twerking for y'all, clapping her cheeks with fried chicken. And she's okay and saying, that's why y'all ain't got no man, y'all ain't doing what she's doing. So the only difference between me and her is that she's frying chicken for you. You have to stop being double-minded, men. If either twerking is depraved and beneath you and you don't deserve a man because you're a whore, or asking fried chicken for your skit, and we'll love it, and we'll marry you then. With that fried chicken. You gotta make your mind up, y'all.
That's interesting.
That's all it is, right? We ain't hating. We're just asking, give us the formula. Give us the formula, but you have to know it first.
Yeah, they say they want that behind closed doors, but she's doing it on the mainstream.
With a webcam.
And I guess she kind of starts her videos off with like, you better cook for your man or I'm gonna take your man, right?
Oh.
So she been getting the girlfriends mad. So she like, if you don't cook for your man, he gonna be over here eating with me. You know what I'm saying? And she got her titties up. She turn around, shake her ass, twerk, and she cooks some food.
Now she want to break up the black home.
So the girls is getting mad that their boyfriends is watching the Cooking with Kaya girl, and they like, she ain't even all that. Her food don't even look that good, and da 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 da, right? Or whatever. But she was trying to ruffle the feathers with the whole, you ain't cooking for your man, he gonna be over here, I'm gonna take your man. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you know what I think too? I think the men like the fact that she's creating competition. And they're not saying that. I think the fact she's creating competition by saying, I'll take your man. Men get turned on by that. Instead of
they love to see the girls fighting. Definitely.
They love to see that because if you really want
because they're the prize, right? They're the prize.
If you really want a woman to cook for you and twerk, tell her that. But the fact that you're sitting there creating a jealousy with your woman, a competition with your woman, with some unknown woman that you never have a chance of being with, you don't know you. But you're creating a competition with your woman, like, see, you better do what she's doing. She said, you better get her. Instead of you being a man.
Yeah, you better do it for I'll be over there by Kaya.
Instead of being a man about yours in your relationship, just be like, hey, I would love if you sat there and wore your apron and cooked me and served me fried chicken and cooked a little bit. I would love that. Like, dude, talk to your woman like that. Don't create insecurities and jealousy and try to create this false competition because you wouldn't like it. If I sat there and turn around, it ain't good with the rabbit got the gun. Ain't no fun with the rabbit got the gun. If I turn around, sit there and be like, look, babe, her man sitting there giving her money. He's sitting there flying her around, her and her girlfriends out. What you doing? He's saying he'll do that for me too if you can't do it.
So Cheryl, how is she dressed on these videos or whatever the case is?
Booty shorts, titties, titty meat showing. She got a boob job now, I guess. And so the titties are even perkier, She got a little stars, like on a little tramp stamp part of your back. She got like little piercings, She be just, doing a little 1-2. The men introduced me to her, so I don't know much about it. So everything that Hemp produced and what they produced in Discord.
And so Hemp, the men like this.
I think the men were saying, you need to be doing this at home for your man. Because the girl's saying, I'll take your man with this food. You better be cooking for your man, etc. And they're taking her caricature and saying ladies need to be perpetuating this behavior inside their homes.
And so, Hemp, I don't know what you heard while you were off, but I was saying that if the men are wrong, right, and they're creating this competition, they enjoy the competition aspect of it. Woman, and if you really wanted your woman to do those things, You don't have to find some random chick on the internet that's doing that. You can sit there and tell her your woman before that you saw that, creating this competition with her and saying, "Hey, babe, why don't one day I come home and you have an apron on and that's it, and you serve me my dinner and you clap your cheeks." I mean, if that's what you want, then say that without
Yeah,
you.
we gotta. No, I get it. We gotta tell you how to cook, tell you to look nice, tell you to be provocative.
If that's what you want,
No,
I
I
don't
get it. I get
want,
it. No,
you
I
know,
understand. I understand.
if you want, be sure. Cause I'm trying to talk. I don't know if you understand what I'm fully
I
saying,
mean,
but
the girl was just doing it on her own. You know.
she said, "I'll take your man." She's perpetuating.
I'm just telling you what the brothers are saying, man. I seen this movie called Road to Perdition,
I did too.
and when he
Self
got
perdition.
home, Perdition. Now, when he got home, she fixed her hair up, made sure her makeup was proper and nice, you know, before he got in the door. And she was a stay-at-home wife. He had to tell her to do that. You think she was doing that for a purpose?
She did on her own. She did on her own, but at the same time, here you have this random unknown. You don't even know this woman, and I don't know what she looks like. Sherelle said she got her boobs done.
She average. I mean, she's a cute girl. She young.
Okay, fine.
She's like 24 or something.
Okay, so why I can dress up and do these things for my man, but this woman is not necessarily trying to help. She's not a girl's girl. Doesn't sound like, or she wouldn't sit there and say, "I'll take your man."
What's a girl's girl?
Ladies talking like that, not saying, "I'll take your man if you don't do it." Like, that's not a girl's girl. She's doing it for validation and clicks and likes and people being her DMs and sponsors. That's why she's from the men. That's why she's doing it. She's not a girl's girl.
And now she getting recognition from like DDG and other YouTube streamers. So, her followers is going up. She got like 3 million or something like that now. So
damn. I love that shit, bro. So let me ask you a question. What's your takeaway? If you see, okay, let's say hypothetically, you saw it, right? Your man saw it, everybody saw it, and you see the response from men. What do you do after that? Terrence, what's popping?
So I don't need her to know what my man likes.
Well, let's say you saw it, right? And you see the response from men. Would you try it?
I mean, I already do that, right? I already naturally keep it spicy and keep
I know everybody on here where they draws on the outside of their pants, right? Everybody doing the right thing. We all know what to do in our bedroom, which is a bold face.
You gotta keep it spicy.
What if you saw this? What I'm saying is, what if you saw this, right? And this is a thing that you weren't doing. It's a hypothetical. Remember, I led with that. But you saw the response. It's all right. But you saw the response from men. What would you do then?
Men have a right to feel how they want to feel. If they feel like their wife or their girlfriend's not doing these things, and they say, look, babe, this girl's on here showing what I need for you to do, whatever, and use it as a tool to do.
I asked a hypothetical question. Why can't I get an answer?
That's the answer. The answer is
no. But here's the hypothetical. You see her. You see what she's doing. You see the response from men.
Yes.
What do you do with that information?
I'm going to say, like Love said, that men are double-minded because they were just clowning Megan Thee Stallion for the
twerking at a Democratic event.
For the purpose to do what? The ending result was the purpose, right? The purpose was to get
No. She twerked at a Democratic event. The setting didn't make sense, which is why she got clowned.
Well, the setting doesn't make sense for her to be twerking in her kitchen and cooking and telling females this is what you got to do for your husband.
How is that not the perfect? If she's saying this is what you knew to galvanize your man, That's the setting, right?
The purpose is the main result, right? Your
Huh?
reasoning for doing whatever the reason for you doing whatever you're doing is so that you can get attention,
Mm-hmm.
so that you can pull in people to do whatever it is you're advising them to do. Whether it is you're advising someone to vote, whether it is you
But
are advising women to do this
but the
for their.
voting trend didn't change. It actually got worse. 20% of black men didn't vote.
You're changing the point. The point is she's
No,
on
you.
this
Well, hold on one second, because you made
platform.
an assertion that's unfair. You started changing the point.
I
I'm saying that the reason why Megan got clown, right? So what you're saying isn't actually true, considering how many black men didn't vote for Kamala Harris, right? It actually goes against what you're trying to say.
and so him, that's the same thing we could say about women if their husbands or their boyfriends go to them and say, babe, you see what this girl's doing, I want you to do it. She might say, I'm not doing that, that's crazy, that's the same thing. How many women are going to follow her based off of way she looking and doing?
I
and I think
didn't
that's what he
ask that.
asking. So,
Well, hold on, Sherelle. Hold on, Sherelle. I don't need no interpreter.
I wasn't about to interpret for you.
They are literally skirting and not answering the question at all. I'm saying
I was about to answer the question.
All right, go ahead.
I wouldn't change because at the end of the day, if he my man, he know I'm boring, so I'm gonna be boring or whatever, right? So I think you need to just know who you with. Like when we go out and we see, if we were a man and we chose a man that's not romantic, every time we on our timeline, we see them men decorating them hotels with the flowers and the balloons and shit like that. We not about to throw our whole relationship over the man over there eating peaches and shit. You know what I'm saying? With the gray sweatpants on, saying you better get in the gym or we gonna lose your man. You know what I'm saying? Like your girl gonna be over here. Like we don't care. It's entertaining and we gonna scroll up. So I just think you just need to understand who you're gonna be with. But because I don't really think people turn that whole shit off.
Watch this.
I think women can be sexy and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
be
Yeah,
classy,
yeah,
but
yeah,
that whole
yeah,
shit, that whole shit don't get turned off.
Yeah. Watch this.
Don't nobody turn that whole shit off. You
Now,
twerking on the internet, that's whole shit. You won't turn
women
that off.
said that they want men who make six figures, right? The majority of men strive to make more money. Men acknowledge the things that women want, and men try to get to that place. And men generally accept their station in terms of what they're able to achieve. Men know they average. Men will rank themselves pretty logically, right? So men try to do those things that women say appeal to them. So I push back totally against your sentiment. So what I'm saying, back to my hypothetical, is this.
Women been asking y'all to be faithful since the beginning of time.
Yeah, we don't get everything right.
You're not even striving. You're not even trying to.
Well, but also that's not actually true since the beginning of time, right? Women understood what men had options, right? I think monogamy came much later with the Europeans, and now since we're subject under that system, we assume that that's the right way to do things, right? But I digress. Now, I go back to my hypothetical, hey Venus, be careful now. That's one thing I don't appreciate. People call me a liar. Be careful with that.
Oh, in the chat. Oh, okay.
So what I'm saying is, and Sherelle know what I'm talking about, right? She read her goddamn Bible. You know what just saying Genesis 38.
God gave Adam Eve, not Eve, Sheila, Tisha.
Yeah. No, 100%. I'm saying, but you know what happened in Genesis 38, right? So now, men been trying to get better, right? Men have improved. Like, let's say you look at like weight and things of that nature. Like black men, as an example, are the least obese with the exception of Asian men. You know, black men are less jailed, as an example, right? We still make just a tiny bit more money, but the men just say, if we don't qualify, we don't qualify. You know, like my brother Joel is a perfect example, right? And Joel just be like, hey, if she don't want me, she don't want me. Niggas accept the fact that I'm not 6 feet. So fuck it. If they want 6 foot niggas, I'm gonna keep on pushing.
Eh,
No, he said that a bunch of times, right?
he did, but at the same time, he also took himself out of the game. It's not about he's saying,
No, but Asia, that doesn't speak against the point. That's a different point. He's saying women don't want me, they want what they want, and I accept that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just pointing out the things that are things that you can actually vet, right? The improvements. Go ahead, sorry. And then here's the thing, last thing. When you look at a Kevin Samuels with his advice, when you look at the different manosphere gentlemen with their advice, right? They say get your money up, get in shape, and then this is how you get more opportunities with women. They're not saying be who you are. They're saying be better. You see what I'm saying? So the advice is matching what I'm saying. You know, from the men that they seemingly revere.
I think we do the same thing with women that we revere and respect as well.
Well, well, the men that they revere, I understand. So is that your premise? You're saying that if Kaya is doing a thing that seemingly men are open to and like, are you saying that you just cast it aside? You see what I'm that's my question. So my hypothetical was this, right? If you hypothetically you saw this, right, bro? Not your man brought it to you, but you saw this, and you look at the comments and you look at all the chats, and it says, "Damn, all these men are like, this is dope. I wish my wife." You know, niggas talking shit in the chat, right? Would you take that and implement it if it could be a benefit? That's my question. Twice.
I would ask my man, do you feel like this is not, you're not getting this because this is what she's saying? Also, I'm an observer, so if he's been saying you're not cooking enough, we don't eat enough at-home meals, and I'll be like, oh, okay, well, shoot, this is, if he say you're not sexy enough, then I'd be like, all right, well, maybe I need to get it together. I would do that. I am not saying majority of women would do that because particularly this younger generation, they just feel like they can just do whatever. They're not necessarily observant like that to say, oh, well, he's saying this. They'll say, I'll go get a new one. That's men and women. They're not going to sit up and say, oh, no, I realize my man, my husband, my boyfriend, they've been saying that they needed this. I don't see that from this younger generation. I don't.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So,
I don't think that I don't know if that's going to keep your man, right? Now, so
please, I'm asking sincerely. Can y'all please answer my hypothetical?
Yeah, you can, honest to God.
But just before you give your context, like the question that I posed, right? I'm gonna ask it again. You can't be disingenuous, act like I'm doing something I'm not doing. I asked the question, but I haven't gotten an answer for it. So I'm saying hypothetically, you see it, right? You look in the chat, not your man. Men are saying this is fucking awesome. I wish I had this. Would you implement it? That's all I'm asking.
That's the thing, like, and
you can say no and just say why.
No, the reason I want to answer it very in a comprehensive manner, but you want literally a yes or no, and that's not comprehensive.
Well, what it is, love, is I want the answer and then the context, right? Because the context before the answer, maybe it's just me. It gets convoluted.
The answer is no.
How come?
No, I would not immediately implement it because that won't necessarily keep my man. If I know my man is just, it looks cute, it's entertainment, it's sexy, and it satisfies that, momentary thing that he feels, because men are very visual. Awesome. It's not going to keep him because the house is filthy, but I'm twerking and sitting there and getting entertainment, but he's like, these kids is running around crazy, this house is dirty. He may sit there and be satisfied for the moment. So no, that's not going to keep him. It's not guaranteed to keep him because you're feeding him fried chicken and twerking. He looks at that as entertainment. It is sexy. It's turning him on. And she may take him from you. It's going to keep him. I want to keep my man. I want to be a sustained. I want to keep him. twerking and frying chicken is not going to keep a man. You have
No,
these holistic things.
I
So
think
no, but I'd immediately implement
this
it.
is so crazy.
You get dirty,
it can be used as a tool for
dirty.
love.
You
If he
think your man's parent is going to be so satisfied with you twerking?
Yo, come on, come on,
I answered your
come
question.
on.
The answer was
All
no.
right, you answered, but are you in?
Like
Okay,
said, hold on. And
Ro.
like said, or Sherelle said it.
Well, hold on, Ro and Sherelle, are y'all just gonna let her insert all that in there? So now the girl house is dirty because she twerking
No,
clean.
I'm giving a holistic. You said answer yes or no, and I said no, and I gave you.
okay, so love, you say no. I have a question. If the house is clean and everything is done, but he still has these complaints or these things that he's asking you to do.
You're adding on because Hampton sit there and say he was complaining. He sat there and said, he looked at that and liked it. You added on, he was complaining. Of
I'm
course,
saying the only
You
reason,
added on.
what I'm saying is the only reason that it doesn't like it is
no, I'm agreeing with you. No, listen, I'm agreeing with you. I said you were right. No, you're a man. I've been said that. Hampton not sit there and
But I'm
add
saying
it.
is
You
the
added it,
only
and I'm
something I can say that a man would like it would be because he's not getting it. That would be my only reason why he would like it.
Yo,
The
that,
comments
I think it looks good. It's entertainment.
and she said, no, I'm not gonna do it because it won't necessarily keep him. But when you say necessarily, it acknowledges that both sides and both options have an opportunity to be right or wrong.
It won't keep him.
You said necessarily though, so you acknowledge that it could be a benefit.
Let me remove the word necessarily. Then that's going to sit there and change the argument to you. Fine.
Okay, can you
remove the word necessarily? Then
let me ask you a question. Can you remove her house being dirty? Because nobody said that.
I mean, y'all adding stuff on. I'm gonna add stuff on.
We didn't add anything. I asked the same question 10 times.
No. But because along with your narrative, you allowed Ro to add on. If my man was asking for it.
No, she just said that to you just now. She just said that to you just now. Hold on, Asia. She didn't actually say that. When I stopped her. That's why I'm like, this is my hypothetical question. And then she answered it more directly, but I had to interject. Then when y'all were just talking, she said that. Active listening.
She said that in the beginning.
He asked us if we saw it, what would we think about it? What would we do? And I said, I would look at it and look at the comments, and I would go and have a conversation with my man to see if he was not getting these things.
Okay.
And if he said no, I would implement it. That's what I said.
Yeah, I re-asked the question after that, though. That's the problem. That's why I said, no. What would you do with the information? Would you just implement it?
And I said, I would implement it after I asked if he.
So none three of y'all would implement it.
I wouldn't.
I don't
even know how to twerk. My daddy didn't let me twerk. That was y'all children.
Jesus Christ, bro. That whew, man, why y'all did that?
The craziest thing is that I don't see no respectable wife of 10 years on the internet doing shit like that. Yeah. I mean, unless they're OnlyFans couple, because we had that or whatever. But I would rather listen to Callie or something like that about how you sustain a marriage. And I don't see Callie and showing her ass on TikTok for attention from niggas. So I wouldn't listen to a single girl with no kids, no man, trying to, get clout. I wouldn't take her advice for nothing on how to keep a man, because that's not her results. But it's like me going to a lawyer about my health.
Well, here's the thing, though. People look at reviews, right? So if the reviews she's getting from the men that you want, or the men that are married saying, oh, this man, women should do this more, are you saying you still ignore it?
Yeah, I still ignore it, because I don't think that it's a bunch of married men in her comments. I think it's a bunch of whoremongers, and nobody want them anyway. That's why they're single, because
did you see the percentage? Did you see the percentage of men that are married that use OnlyFans?
then they ain't marriageable either. That's trifling too. Why would I want
Well, that's
like
not
why
the
would I
end,
want
but
that?
that's a
That's what I'm
deflection.
saying. I wouldn't want the peer review of men who are
That's a
on OnlyFans with
deflective
their
answer,
wives.
though. That's a deflective answer, right?
How?
Because you're saying regardless, right? You change it because you said married, but married men consume the content also.
Yeah, and if the ones that are married could consuming it, they're worse than the whoremongers. So if I thought the whoremongers was bad, what you think I think about the married ones?
So are you saying like so married men stay out the strip clubs?
They should.
Okay.
I think the way people talk about strippers and call black women whores, they should boycott strip
I
clubs.
don't go to strip.
I
I'm just
think
saying.
I think anybody participating in shit that they drag for is you're everything you belong to. Right? So you running with the same shit you dissing. If you at the strip club and you talk shit about strippers, you're weird. You're double-minded in all of your ways. And you know what the Bible said about that, huh?
Yeah, I know what the Bible says about that. So you're saying that the reviews of men who have women who look at the content should be ignored because they shouldn't be looking at it?
I'm saying I would ignore it because they shouldn't be looking at it. Yeah. Like I don't care about, I don't want no advice from no hoe, and I don't want no advice from people who think I'm supposed to be a hoe because they like hoes. I'm not a hoe and I'm not gonna be a hoe. So that's my standard for my life. So if you like hoe shit, then they got hoe shit for you to find. But don't think that, oh, I'm participating in all this hoe shit and these hoes is winning. So no. No. You want to be with a hoe? Go get you a hoe.
Okay.
Because if any of your wives started putting their ass cheeks on Instagram, y'all gonna die.
But niggas already said, and this is why the conversation breaks down, because niggas already said, adopt the behavior and do it in the privacy of your own home.
Yes, and I've been saying that people, they want freaky virgins. That was like a quote we used to say. They want women to be hoes that are not hoes, because you so used to dealing with hoes, then you want to find a good one and then train her to be a hoe. It just really don't come like that.
Work like that
with men either. The fun ones aren't necessarily the good ones, and the good ones aren't necessarily that fun.
But the necessarily
you can't merge y'all. There's not that many.
It necessarily opens the
hybrids.
door to them being good.
He doesn't like it necessarily throws off the point he's saying. I did the same thing necessarily. He said that throws it off. So yes, I don't necessarily anymore. Like I don't say some anymore. That's fine. It adds.
He's just over here being controlling. That's his problem.
You know what's so crazy?
What?
Holy shit!
What?
Hold on. Look at this shit, bro. Wow.
Oh, VH1. Yeah, they also have Bad Girls Club that they promote. The Zeus. I mean, they promote crap. VH1 is not the standard in which I live my life by, right? So VH1 started the whole Basketball Wives and sitting there promoting fighting amongst grown women. So, I still won't take
shooting down everything.
No,
and you don't give it any type of like. We can't even converse about it.
No, I mean, I'm not hating on the girl but I just want to know why y'all so acceptable with this one particular one. Like, this is nothing new. Black women embarrassing themselves and degrading themselves has been the hot shit for the last the last decade. All I see is black women with their ass out, twerking, baby mamas on the internet, fighting each other, throwing drinks on each other. They even got the damn doctors doing it. They got the bitches that married to the doctors with MDs on there throwing drinks on each other. Black women embarrassing themselves It's all over the internet. You can win easy doing that. So all I'm saying is, like, okay, she degrading herself in cooking. Okay, that's what a lot of black women doing. It's nothing special about the shit. Make your money. It's the same with the rap girls, the Sexy Reds and Glow Gritters. What can we do about it? Y'all love it. Y'all support. The majority of people gonna love it. The majority of people gonna support it, regardless of how it fucks up our image. So let them cook. It is what it is. But the people who don't want to accept it don't have to accept it.
Nah.
If that's your standard that you have for your life, I don't watch Bad Girls Club. I don't watch Zeus Network. I don't do all that. So
Yeah,
but I understand that's how shit goes.
So girl, why I got accused of shooting stuff down?
Well, no, what it is we all got these capes on and shit. We don't do nothing wrong, but who perpetuates the whole culture?
It's called typically what we see is the minority being the loudest voice, so they're looked at as the most powerful. I think it's the minority. It's the squeaky wheel gets the attention. I think is what it is. Gets
the oil.
You said what?
Squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Right. They get the most attention, right? And so they're the most vocal. They're the most ratchet, and ratchet's entertaining. So all I'm saying is that's not a standard that I live my life by. And so just because I don't live my life by, that doesn't mean I wear my under outside my pants and I'm wearing a cape. I am permitted and I'm allowed, and I will stand on this. I don't approve of depraved behavior. And sitting there and then letting that be the cultural standard and be like, if you don't do this, then you're less than, right? Or you're deserving of a husband, or you're not the best wife, or you're not the best whatever. Like, you change because Kaya's doing it. We don't twerk like Kaya. Kaya twirls her butt in a circle. You don't twirl. It's a slippery slope, and I'll say it from like I said an hour ago. You can't have it both. You just can't.
They want their cake and eat it too. They be getting it for the most part. And the only thing that's suffering is the community.
And then we're gonna keep on talking about how the black woman is the bane of society. Make up your mind. So is Kaya part of the bane of society, y'all? Because I've been on this podcast how many years now? I've been sitting there being screamed at and saying the black woman is the downfall of the community and no morals, no standards. But Kaya has a chicken and
that's the tax about it is we some hoes and all we do is twerk.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Kaya though. Here's the thing about Kaya. You know, she getting a lot of pushback from the ladies, but a lot of the things you see with the different stallions and the sexies and the ice spices is there's not a whole lot of pushback. I think that was the difference that people were trying to understand.
It is. I can't stand Sexy Red. She's disgusting.
No, I get it. Everybody's gonna say what they're supposed to say right here, right now, right?
Yeah, have
so I don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to go down that road. I believe you.
No, it's not about.
Is this a black tax for women? Black women?
You cut me off. Go ahead.
Well, you say that you don't support any of that. That I hear you. What I'm saying is this a black tax for women?
Expound upon that question, please.
What's the price y'all gotta pay?
Oh yeah.
The same, shaking your ass, accepting women shaking their asses, supporting each other. Like you said, she ain't a sister, but she's saying I'll take your man if you don't do what I'm doing.
Is that the black tax that black women have to pay?
That's the price y'all gotta pay. They said that what's the name sexed their way to the top.
Who's what's the name?
Kamala. They say what's the woman's name that's in the that's a judge?
Oh, Kentaji?
She got with a white man.
She has a white husband?
Mm-hmm. Serena Williams looked like a goddamn shell of herself.
A mess. Yeah.
Wait, what the judge doing with the the judge getting with the white man got to do anything?
I don't know. I just threw that in there.
This nigga racist.
But the black tax for women, what does it look like?
I'm sorry, and explain slow for people in back like me. Is that the black tax? I mean, that's the black tax black women have to pay is to twerk to be a part of society. Like, what,
Twerk, fuck to get where you need to go.
oh. No,
I,
in society, no,
I didn't know that's what you meant.
no,
No.
No.
absolutely not. That's not the black tax. We ain't got to pay that price to get to the top by sleeping our way to the top, tripping our way to the top. No, absolutely not. There's a lot of
Maybe
holes.
I think in the industry, most likely, yeah. I don't see any like respectable. Even the girls with the talent, right? Like even SZA could sing her ass off. BBL still coming. You know what I'm saying? So I think in the within like the music industry or entertainment, they kind of want black women to embarrass themselves.
Damn.
So it's all if you subscribe to that, though. Right?
No.
And so, go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were asking a question. You said it's all you subscribe to. I'm saying no.
I didn't ask the question. I was talking.
Oh, go ahead. I ain't turned up yet.
I ain't waiting for you to turn up. I'm just
Coming
saying,
up.
let me have a conversation. So if you subscribe to that level of success and this very short-term success and you sell your soul, then that's the tax you have to pay to sell your soul. The tax you have to pay is to sell your soul to be very short-lived success. If that's the price you want to pay to be successful, it's all about what you deem successful. Successful is you sitting there being able to throw money like they be doing, these dummies sitting there throwing money in the air and whatnot, and getting some people to follow you for a little bit till the next hottest thing comes around that does even more depraved behavior than you. I think that's a minority. I think honestly that's a minority of black people. We were talking about early, that feel that way. I honestly believe that there is a turn in our culture that's saying this ain't it. This is not the way to go. I really believe that's what's the tide.
That's also like kind of what Cat Williams was saying right at the beginning of the year, where they have to put on a dress to move. Men have to put on a dress to move to the next level of things. And I guess for Black women, it would be that we have to be naked to win Academy Awards, or we have to be subject to like Monique.
There we go, Ro. Now Ro thinking. Okay,
Yeah.
Ro. Now Ro cook. Okay.
So yes, that is going to happen.
Shout out to Holly Berry, right? Monster Ball was trash, bro. It was, that movie sucked.
Monster Ball, yeah, it wasn't her best.
But she won it for that.
She won it.
And what Jadakiss said? Why she had to let a white man pop her to get an Oscar? Because he really smashed her. It was a real.
But that's just not it. It's just the characters in general. If you look at Monique,
he did. It was a real.
If
you married him though.
If you look at Monique's character, her winning the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, she was an abusive mother, right? Who sodomized her daughter.
Ro, what you?
This is what it is, and that was why Will Smith.
I ain't never seen you cook for real, Ro.
Oh, child,
then let her cook. Damn,
my bad. I was ad-libbing too much. My fault, Ro. Go ahead, Ro.
That's why Will Smith and them had basically been protesting not going to the Oscars. Right, but that's why, right? Because these characters were Black people were getting awarded. Like, for example, our first Black supporting actress, she was a slave, right? So these are the characters that were winning these high achievement awards. So I agree with him, but I think at an eventual point, you might feel, or your agent might tell you that if you play this role, you might win. You might be nominated.
Well, again, I'll go back to my original point. You subscribe to that level of success.
I think that was a standard for a while. I think that was a standard for a while.
And I know that the tide is turning, like I said. But I think a lot of us are realizing just that white people standard of Academy Awards. We don't have to subscribe to that. We don't have to make that the pinnacle of success anymore.
You're right. But
So therefore, it's no longer becoming. You decide to pay that tax because you don't have to subscribe to that. Because Monique sat there and won for being an abusive mother, and she still didn't get extra money because of it. And so
No. She didn't get extra money because
it
Whoopi
doesn't
Goldberg and Oprah and them tried to tell her to.
it doesn't matter. The point is she won the award, right?
She
And that's
did.
what the standard was. If you win this award, you sell your soul to win this award, and you're going to get more money and more success and fame. That didn't happen for her. And so people are understanding now, finally, this is not the pinnacle of success that you think it is.
No, when I was when we did the first thing we was talking about Kai, it was called Degeneracy. I do think a lot of it's humiliation rituals, because that's what it is, right? The dress, the wearing the dress, the humiliation rituals, right? So the whole idea of when they make the black man wear dresses, it's a humiliation ritual. So a lot of times it is like that with the entertainment, but like even with Tubi, right, where black people are actually writing their own movies and making them. These fucking movies are insane. You would swear they on stars because they titties, they ass out, they getting blammed. I'm like, this is not a stars contract. Why am I seeing your naked body? Like, and this is for us by us. Zeus Network is for us by us.
Right. So on the backhand of that, they'll tell you we're getting more opportunities to produce projects. They're getting more money invested in them to be creatives. They'll tell you that, and making big money for Tubi, for that matter.
No, but I was just telling somebody, like, I don't like watching black cinema because it's the same shit over and over and over. Over and over and over and over. It's like we don't have different stories, and when we do tell different stories, it's like it's unrelatable, so it doesn't get as much promotion.
And that's the problem, right? Let's talk about that part right there. It's unrelatable, right? And so we relate too much to the drug dealers and the depravity and see what your baby mamas and what your best friends made and all that. Like, that is so entertaining and so relatable to us. And so we talked about, then we start talking about, science fiction, or thinking outside the box and looking at different avenues of success and talking about debate clubs and, us being different parts of society. Those movies don't get much play or whatnot because it's unrelatable. And that's the problem of it. So it's like we can be our own worst enemy, in that black people as a whole, our own worst enemy, because we don't support the ones talking about, or the church Christian faith movies about, I don't know, good fathers and good mothers and kids raising. That's such a boring movie. We like it more entertainment. We're going to entertain ourselves to death because we want to be entertained and we want to be relatable. But it's like, change your appetite. We need to change our palate.
Yeah, because it's another story about the drug dealer fall in love with the girl at the strip club, and the best friend sleep with him, and then he gets set up with oh my God, not another one.
Wash, rinse, repeat. Exactly. And so we need to change our perspective, and also don't allow white production companies to continue to feed us that crap, or our own, because 50 Cent got his own production company. He's buying up major stuff down in Shreveport, Louisiana, and what he produced so far: BMF, Power, Ghost, and all the other same crap. But we be eating it up. And I'm not a big fan of Tyler Perry either. I'm not saying let's do that total opposite and do that stupid crap. But there's a happy medium that we can do. This new thing, 688, I think is what it's called. He did with the Black women veterans or whatever, the Black women military. Excellent movie. I want us to, and they talked about the bravery of Black women in the military and how we fought. Those are kind of stories. Let's talk about, how we as a Black people, we're in science and education. Like, start perpetuating those types of stories, and changing our palette. And not want to be entertained to see the same issue we see.
And I think we're starting to do that. That's why I said I think the tides are turning. You have shows like Supercell that are um, uh, science fiction and dealing with
That's
That's
real
a good
life.
one. So
Mhm. So I think that's a black producer. You also have some shows, I mean, some movies, that are on Prime that are dealing with black producers, like Terry Vaughn and her husband. They have a lot of romantic comedies, romantic family shows, and things like that. How many people are watching those? I mean, I watch them, but how many people are watching those black family produced shows? How many people are watching them? So that's also what also needs to be put out there.
yeah, but I think the pop culture is controlling it. Even like within the Tubi movies, like Cooking with Kyle end up in one. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of these Instagram
yeah.
girls that's in the Tubi movies. You know what I'm saying? So people following the pop culture, they want to watch that. They want to watch their celebrities on Instagram on there, and those are the role models for the generation. And it just seems like we just don't have no control over it. And even when we speak up, we haters. We old, we washed up, we lame. Oh, y'all superheroes. You can't say nothing about it. But if you don't say nothing about it, then you a problem. Then you sisterhood. Then you can't win for losing with these people.
I want the black men. Do they watch rom-coms, romantic comedies, like the wholesome movies, the Hallmark movies that talk about finding love and being a good family man, those kind of things? Because the black man, you are leaders of society. Lead by example. Okay, all right, I got you. Lead by example. Like start leading, and instead of watching Cooking with Kaya and saying, baby, I want you to be like this. And what are you teaching your daughters? Like, y'all, all y'all that's in there liking it, y'all got daughters. Y'all got little sisters or nieces and, little cousins. Perpetuating that crap. You're perpetuating the same image that you hate, supposedly, allegedly, but you perpetuate it. And that's not what you want for your family.
Yeah, they participate in the stuff that they sweaty hate, and that's just why I'm just over it. Like you down with the same shit you clown about. So what? It ain't gonna never change. That's not how shit change. You
It's
actually have to
not.
be the change you want to see. If you think that horse shit is not cool, then you're not supposed to sit around. You're not supposed to deal with him. You're not supposed to hang with him. You're not supposed to have sex with him. You ain't supposed to marry him. If you ain't you, that's the same with women. Don't hang around with them. Be to your. You know what I'm saying? It's a process that go through with that. But if you saying, okay, I don't deal with this, then don't deal with it. But that's
Right.
just like saying, oh, drugs is ruining the community and you the drug dealer. How
Exactly.
you better than the people that's on drugs and you're dealing? That's like
You're,
drug dealers who said they doing it for their community.
that's a depraved, insane mind.
Buy the kids some bikes. Their mama gonna sell it for crack.
Mhm.
What is this?
Like they're gonna give you back the money for the crack that they buying from you. I just have to give away the turkeys and the Christmas gifts.
You
Toy
playing
drive.
that's paying black tax because you getting all this money that you getting to buy them bikes from destroying your community. So
Right.
now you getting a tax write off while also having the black tax. Take these
Right.
turkeys, take these bikes, and people looks like you're giving back to your community, the same community you destroying by pumping the music, the poison in it, whether it's drugs or the music. And then in the music, you're talking about selling drugs. So it's like
Right. Right.
it's a double whopping, and our people think like this. You know what I'm saying? The majority of them within that pool who want to be so loud, they think like that. Like I can participate in it and I can judge it at the same time. How?
It's not how life works. It's not how any of this works, right? I think also, creating single family homes, and you sit there and blame the single mother for the banes and the evils of society that of a broken home that you created. I mean, it's all one big circular argument, and it's all a bunch of finger pointing and lack of accountability. And I honestly think it starts with the black man, because Cooking with Kai wouldn't be a thing if the black men didn't like it. If she was getting nothing but negative comments from the women, she wouldn't be a 3 million subscriber and going VH1. It's the black men that are getting the attention. So I think that it start all I stand on this for years. It starts with the black man. If we want our community and our feelings to be better, it starts with the black man. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying it starts with you because you have a lot more power when you choose to have it.
Sorry, they said y'all wildin'.
I don't know what this. I don't read the
We
chat.
don't know. We're not reading the chat.
I'm not in the chat. I'm talking. My homegirl for real, really real.
All right, where y'all at? Is men's fault? Is that what happened? Is that how we get? Is that what we got to? Is that what we got to?
She specifically said it's not their fault. She specifically said that.
Okay. So, because my brother John Loaded Luck said, it's always Jermaine's fault. So I know what he mean by that. And then Ty told on. See, right?
Yes.
Even Rainbow. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a motherfucker. CC. Okay. All right. Hold on. So y'all just. Oh my goodness.
The black man is powerful.
She said black men have the power to change it. She never said that it's their fault. She said y'all hold the power to change and influence the community to make it better.